Yeah, bossy YouTube, how's it going, everybody? Got for you guys today a really good and close UU battle that I had the other day, and I know I've been uploading a lot of PU recently, so I decided to kind of just switch it up for today and bring you guys a UU battle. And this was against one of my followers on Twitter. Unfortunately, man, I don't remember your Twitter name, so when you see this, leave a comment down below and I will make sure to add your Twitter link in the description as well as your YouTube channel link. And before I continue, I just want to go ahead and say thank you to everybody for reaching the like goal in our previous Wi-Fi battle. It took us 2 days, but we got there with no trouble whatsoever. And much like that one, if we can get this video up to 450 likes or more, I will definitely make sure to upload another video for you guys tomorrow, maybe even 2 if I can. Now, looking at team preview, honestly, going into this battle, I did not expect anything on his team to be a problem whatsoever, because I was thinking, oh, I have Adamant Choice Banded Victini, everything's gonna die. So I lead off with my Victini as he ends up leading off with the Jirachi. I'm gonna go straight for the V-Crate because not even Empoleon or Darmanitan will appreciate an Adamant Choice Banded stabbed V-Crate, and I just completely incinerate that Jirachi, which gives me an early 6-5 lead, which is really great, as he ends up bringing in the Darmanitan. I'm gonna make a very ballsy and good play in my opinion, and I'm gonna bring in my Raikou, predicting him to go for the U-turn, predicting me to want to bring in my Suicune, predicting him to want to go for the Earthquake, Rock Slide, or Flare Blitz. And by bringing in my Raikou, because I am Scarfed, I'm guaranteed to be faster than anything that he wants to bring in on my Raikou, and I knew he wasn't in a position where he could risk going for Rock Slide or Earthquake, allowing me to get a free switch into my Suicune. So he U-turns out now into his Scrafty as I go straight for the Volt Switch. I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna go for the bulk up, no problem. He turns out to be Dragon Dance, and I am not even gonna lie, right here I thought that I was about to get swept by this Scrafty, so I did not want to allow him to get up a second Dragon Dance, and I decided just to go straight for the Brave Bird as he ends up making a very nice play. He's gonna go for the Ice Punch, easily knocking out my Honchkrow, which kind of sucks because Honchkrow really would have come in handy because I have Superpower for Empoleon and I have Sucker Punch for Darmanitan, and yeah, it just kind of died. So I bring in my Raikou. I'm gonna go straight for the Volt Switch. Judging for how much damage that did to the Scrafty, Thunderbolt might have been able to knock him out depending on damage rolls, but it was honestly just way too risky, and I decided just to go for the safe Volt Switch as I bring in my Mew. It sucks that I am gonna have to lose my Mew because if that Galvantula gets up Sticky Web, it'll be here for the remainder of the battle. Unfortunately though, Mew right now is the most expendable team member on my team, and I decided just to fodder that off, although it would have been really nice to keep it around for the remainder of this battle, but what can you do, right? Because this Scrafty is really a really big pain in my ass right now. So I bring in my Raikou, and because I am Scarfed, I will be able to easily just outspeed this Scrafty and not have to worry about it anymore. And as I said, I did not think this Scrafty would be a problem whatsoever, but of course he turned out to be Dragon Dance, and he got rid of my Honchkrow and my Mew, which would have come in handy in this battle. Although they wouldn't have been the most helpful team members, they still would have been help nonetheless. So I Volt Switch into my Victini as he brings in the Galvantula. Now I am Choice Banded as I said, so Galvantula can easily outspeed me, so I'm going to predict him to just want to go for the Bug Buzz or if possible Thunder, and I switch directly into my Registeel as he makes an excellent play. He ends up going for the Sticky Web, which this has me thinking that maybe his Galvantula is Focus Sash, because why else would you risk Victini possibly being Scarfed and being able to knock out Galvantula in one hit? Either way though, he gets up his Sticky Web, which is going to be rather annoying in this battle. As I get on my Stealth Rocks on a switch into the Darmanitan, I stay in, predicting him to want to go for the U-turn, thinking that I would switch into my Suicune, but he actually goes for the middle ground play, which is the Earthquake, and I'm able to live a Choice Banded Earthquake, which just goes to show you the bulk of Registeel. I am actually max special defense and max HP. I have no defensive ease, and I took that hit pretty decently, kind of good. Although it almost knocked me out. That is not the point though. Registeel still lived the hit. So I'm able to paralyze the Darmanitan, which is really great because now my whole team will be faster than it, even though he does have the Sticky Web up. Unfortunately though, his Crobat and his Galvantula will still be faster than my team, so I have to find some way to deal with those two. As I go for the Skull this turn, hoping that he would bring in the Empoleon and I could possibly burn it, he actually makes a very risky play and brings in the Galvantula. I'm guessing he thought that I would go for the Calm Mind or maybe even go for the Roar. I'm not really too sure why he would switch directly into Galvantula. Either way though, I don't get the burn and I'm put in a position where I have to switch into my registeel basically as death fodder, just because I don't want anything on my team to take a possible Thunder or Bug Buzz. So he does just end up going for the Thunder, and he's going to be able to knock out my Registeel, which is fine because Registeel was still able to paralyze the Darmanitan, which is going to be really good for my Suicune. As I bring in my Victini, I can just go for the V-Create or go for the Bolt Strike, knowing that I can easily live one attack coming from Galvantula. So he goes for the Thunder. No, he goes for the Bug Buzz, sorry. And you're going to see that the fact he went for Bug Buzz over the Thunder actually ends up really playing a role in the following turn. So I'm going to be able to knock him out with the Bolt Strike. The reason why I did this is because if he did bring in the Empoleon, I could live an attack because I wouldn't have the special defense drop. And it turns out that his Empoleon is actually offensively based, and because he went for the Bug Buzz and not the Thunder, I'm going to be able to live this Flash Cannon and in return knock him out with an Adamant Choice Banded Bolt Strike. Now, if he had Surf, then obviously he should have gone for that, but what I'm thinking is that he had Hydro Pump and he didn't want to risk Hydro Pump missing, so he went for the insured damage with Flash Cannon, because as I said, if he had Surf, then that's the move he obviously should have gone for. Either way though, I'm able to live the Flash Cannon and I knock out the Empoleon as he brings in the Crobat. At this point, Victini has put in enough work, so I'm going to leave it in for Death Fodder. As he ends up going for the U-turn, he's going to bring in his last Pokemon, which is this Darmanitan, and I make a bit of a dumb play. And instead of bringing in my Suicune, I bring in my Raikou because I thought for some reason that I would be able to knock out this Darmanitan, but no, I am actually Choice Scarf, Timid Nature, which means my Thunderbolt is not going to be hitting as hard, and he lives on like 1%, but he misses the Hammer Arm. And if he had gone for the Flare Blitz, it would have been a double down, so it would have come down to my Suicune against his Crobat, and depending on if his Crobat had Taunt or not, it would come down to a prediction game on who would actually end up winning this battle. So in the long run, the miss might have mattered and it might have not. Either way though, he did go for Hammer Arm and he missed, and I'm going to be able to finish this game with Raikou, and that is going to be the 2-0 victory in my favor. As I said, guys, this was a really good battle, especially those last couple of turns. As I said, I probably should have brought in Suicune as opposed to Raikou, but in the end I was still able to pull out the victory. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to leave a like. As I said, guys, if we get this up to 450 likes, I will definitely make sure to upload another video for you guys tomorrow. And if you missed any of my 2 previous uploads, they are playing on your screen right now, and they should have annotation on them, so make sure to go check those out. And with that, I will see you all tomorrow. So later, everybody.